Good morning, guys. Uche Njoku, sneaker principal. And yes, I did break my 181-day commitment, life start to life, and but now I'm back. I want to talk to you about something that has been mulling over my mulling on my mind for the past week or so. Has to do with leadership. Often have aspiring principals, new principals, ask me a lot of questions, procedural questions, operational questions, tactical questions about leading within a school space. And these questions cover everything from instruction to school culture, human resources. How do you deal with staff members? How do you deal with parents? How do you deal with the overwhelming nature of being a school leader where it's nonstop? But then when you compound the nonstop nature of a school with where the school might be at when you first get there, I work in New York City. So many schools in New York City are struggling. So what happens is usually as a new school leader or as a new leader into a school community, you're walking into spaces that have a lot of deficiencies. So you walk in there and you're just trying to make things work. But not only that, often you have a very clear mandate being given to you by your superintendent or even the school community saying that we need to be here rather than where we are right now. And all of that is just overwhelming. So the question I've been dealing in my mind or trying to figure out is, as I'm helping people who are coming to me, is trying to figure out, is the ability to do this work something that is 100% taught, or for some people is it something that comes naturally, or is it that life and experiences feed into the role or your ability to do the role? Those of you who know, I'm in my third school. I've only been in schools that have had significant problems. Again, my first school, at the time that I took it over, I was told that was based on just incident reports, the most violent middle school in the Bronx at the time. And then my second school was, again, not by me, by the community, by the families, by leadership in the communities. That campus was considered one of the most segregated campuses in New York City, which is funny because New York City is one of the most segregated school districts in the country. So it was a double whammy in that space. Then, of course, now I'm at a school which when I took it over, was the lowest performing middle school in the South Bronx. And we did an incredible work flipping it in in a year. We're not even 2 years in yet, and we are definitely on the brink of doing something incredible with our work around regions and getting our kids high school ready. But the thing is, people tell me, oh, you're able to do that because that's you. Or some people say you're able to do that because you're being given all these resources, or you're able to do that because of, I don't know, some other reason. But I'll tell you this: my ability to lead has to do with, at least in my opinion, being fearless, understanding that stress, understanding that pressure, understanding that even fear itself is going to be there. Doubt is going to be there. And too many leaders are operating from a point of deficiency. They are constantly being in a state of fear, but also a lot of times leadership from above instill that because that's how they were trained. That's how they survive, by being in a constant state of fear and always making decisions to not be in trouble. And my stance has always been, what's in the best interest of my students? I have to be willing to accept the fact that I don't know everything, that I have to go find people who are smarter than me. I have to be unafraid to go across the aisle for support, and knowing that at the end of the day, everything that I do is for one purpose and one purpose only, for the children that are sitting in the chairs in my school. And if it means that people don't like me for it, then they don't like me for it. Because at the end of the day, my priorities are very, very clear. My mission is very, very clear, and the vision that grounds that mission is very clear. So back to my original question: these skill sets, are they something that are just naturally ingrained in you, that or is something that you have to have certain experiences to hone in on, or is it something you can learn? I think it's all of the above. Call to action. You're a new leader, you're mid-career, you're aspiring, or even you down the road and you feel like you're stuck. You feel like every single time something happens in your school, you start to have those heart palpitations or your anxiety levels are high. Accept the fact that that is the nature of the beast, but also accept the fact that you're not going to know everything. And you have to be fearless in reaching out for help, in seeking the advice and the counsel of others, and knowing that you're human. There is no in the world that you will ever, ever, ever be perfect at leading in any space. It doesn't matter if you're in the military, if you're in corporate America, if you're a school principal, you're a superintendent. It's never going to be perfect. But however, you can lean on the experiences of others. You can lean on not solely your understanding by bringing other people into the fold to really be able to be the best person you can in that role. And that's what I've done for the better of the past 20 years, and that's what I hope to continue to do. So again, was I born this way? Absolutely not. Are there certain things that abilities that just innate in me? I would say yes, but for the most part, most of what I do comes from my ability to not allow fear to paralyze me, and me being able to move forward and accept that whatever decision that I make is the best decision because I've leaned on enough people and experiences, and to make a decision that is going to be in the best interest of my school community. Yeah. All right, y'all. Uche Njoku, Sneaker Principal. I got to go, and I'll talk to you all soon. Be well.